Today on Studio G, a teenager who got a free trip from California to Hawaii in a wheel well of a plane. What authorities are saying and why he did it.
Search crews recover 24 bodies at the site of the sunken ferry.
And medical marijuana dispensaries are coming sooner than you think. This is Studio G. Metro Police are investigating a deadly shooting that resulted from a fight between two people shortly before 7:30 p.m. Monday night. This is Studio G, your University News at 12. I'm Zach Fuentes.
And I'm Elena Ledbetter. The shooting occurred near a housing complex at Maryland Parkway and North Bruce Street, with one of the victims transported to UMC and later pronounced dead.
Metro's homicide detectives have yet to determine what caused the incident. The former Nevada doctor convicted in the hepatitis C outbreak will undergo mental evaluation. Deepak Desai is sentenced to life in prison for his role in the largest hepatitis C outbreak in U.S. history. A judge ordered Desai to be transferred from state custody to federal custody to have his competency evaluated. According to the Las Vegas Review-Journal, the evaluation is to determine if Desai can accept a plea deal for his federal charges. Desai was found guilty of 27 counts, patient neglect, and theft.
Medical marijuana dispensaries and cultivation facilities are coming to southern Nevada, and the city of North Las Vegas is looking for feedback. The city will hold an informational meeting in the council chambers at North Las Vegas City Hall at 6 p.m. The public is welcome to attend and participate. Clark County is currently accepting applications from those wishing to open a medical marijuana dispensary. Each application comes with a $5,000 fee. The county is only allowing 10 dispensaries to open. Applications will be accepted until May 2nd.
And Elena, medical marijuana isn't just a hot topic here in Nevada, it's being talked about nationwide. A recent event provided people with more information on its practical use.
I think that we can honestly say that marijuana has gone mainstream at this point, and that when we see what is happening on all sorts of newscasts and in the papers across the country, that marijuana is an accepted part of society, and now we can finally come out of the closet and be open about who we are.
Homegrown Maine was an event held this weekend, organized to educate the public about medical marijuana. More than 75 vendors, patients, professionals, and growers, and even those who were curious came to the trade show to learn more about the industry.
Vendors, the latest technology in growing, HVAC, cutting-edge grow rooms, everything along that line.
Although medical marijuana is legal in Maine, doctors cannot recommend its use to its patients. But Paul McCarra, a legislative advocate for medical marijuana caregivers of Maine, says they should be able to because he says marijuana is natural alternative to prescription drugs.
It's non-habit forming, it's non-addictive, there are no overdoses, there are no deaths, there are no side effects.
If you can smoke or eat a natural remedy that takes care of your problems, why do we need, corporate medication? Why do we need lots of pills?
A question that many advocates for medical marijuana are trying to answer as they continue to educate the public. With Studio G, I'm Victoria Janae.
A flight heading from California to Hawaii carried more than just gear in its cargo. A 16-year-old boy managed to sneak into the airplane's wheel well and take a free ride from San Jose to Maui. Investigators have surveillance video of the boy hopping the fence at San Jose's airport after running away from home earlier that day. Marvin Moniz, Maui District Airport's manager, joined skeptics by weighing in on the fact that the boy is exceptionally lucky to be alive.
Well, I would imagine flying at 35,000 feet, that'd be very cold. One thing, also, at 35,000 feet, and that wheel well, is not pressurized or temperature controlled, so it'd be a miracle to survive or get by riding up in a wheel well.
According to FBI, the stowaway survived thin air temperatures as low as 80 degrees below zero. And the boy told investigators he lost consciousness when the plane took off and regained consciousness after it landed.
Odds of the person surviving that long of a flight at that altitude are very remote, actually. For somebody to survive multiple hours with that lack of oxygen and that cold is just miraculous. I mean, it really, I've never heard of anything like that before.
After arriving at the tarmac at Kahului Airport in Maui, crews noticed the 16-year-old wandering around dazed and confused. The FBI is still investigating this story, and at this point, the teenager hasn't been charged with federal crime and has been placed with Child Protective Services for now.
Over 24 bodies have been found Monday at the site of the sunken ferry in South Korea. And as of this morning, that brings the death total up to over 120, with hundreds more remaining missing. Authorities are still searching for more bodies. Meanwhile, the country's president expressed harsh words for the ferry's captain. He faces 5 criminal charges, including abandoning ship.
The actions of the captain and some of the crew are absolutely unacceptable. Unforgivable actions that are akin to murder.
The captain and some other members of the crew are currently under arrest for the charges. The MV Siwa was carrying 476 people, most of which were high school students, when it capsized on the way to its destination.
It's just a crazy story.
Really
I saw
just
some footage
tragic.
on CNN about it, and it really moved me, almost to tears, but yeah.
So many parents still waiting to see if their kids are okay or other family members.
I would never want to be in that position, so my heart goes out to them.
Definitely.
But
coming up after the break, I'll be joined with a UNLV medical dental student with a research project that could aid us in cancer treatment and prevention.
Stay with us.
My show is The Revolution, where you get your fix. What I do is I motivate individuals, and I play local artist music, and I get people connected to events on campus and in the community. Social revolution that's happening. We want to be able to be a catalyst for that and motivate people. This is Don Conquer, The Revolution, KUMV, HD2, 91.5 The Rebel.
Joining the student organization can enhance and redefine the UNLV college experience. UNLV has over 200 registered student organizations on campus and in the Las Vegas community, encompassing a variety of interests, activities, and beliefs among the student body. To explore, access, and join a student organization, visit the Involvement Center website under my.unlv.edu. Be a rebel. Get involved.
NSPCA, where no animal has an expiration date.
New research has students investigating high molecular mass hyaluron inhibition of human oral cancer growth, and joined with us today is Kevin Nowens, a UNLV School of Dental Medicine student who participated in this research. Thank you for coming to this part of campus.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, did I say that word right? Hyaluron, say it for me.
Hyaluronin, or it could also be called hyaluronic acid. Those terms are interchangeable.
Gotcha. So tell me about your research.
Well, our research centers around the naked mole rat. And basically this organism, it's the longest living rodent, and it has all these anti-aging characteristics. And most significant to us is that it actually has never gotten cancer. And so basically what we're doing at the UNLV School of Dental Medicine is we're trying to take some of the elements that cause this naked mole rat to resist cancer, and one of the elements well, actually the principal element is a high molecular mass hyaluronic acid. And basically this element it's something in our cells, and it's something also in these naked mole rat cells, but they have it expressed at such high levels. And basically what this does is it holds our cells together, and it's responsible for that. And what it does for these naked mole rats is they resist cancer because of it. And so basically what we're doing basically we're taking a step further, and we're actually applying this concept to oral cancer cells. And what we're doing is we're treating them with high levels of hyaluronic acid. And through just preliminary testing, through our first study, we actually were able to get a 50% reduction in oral cancer growth, just by treating it with this substance, this unique special substance that's actually already proven to be involved in cancer and cancer mechanisms.
And so, are you guys hoping, I mean, obviously this is the point of the research, but does it look promising that it might actually be something that can be used on us, humans?
Yeah, I mean, that's the next step. I mean, the first step that you do is, testing it in the lab, and we have some follow-up studies that we're going to conduct, and we hope to get to the extent to where we're actually able to, use it in testing, on human subjects. But we're still, a little far off from that. But our initial preliminary results look very promising, and we're all really excited about it. So I would say absolutely.
And how long have you guys been working on this?
Well, just over a year.
Wow.
It was actually June of 2013 when researchers actually discovered that it was the high molecular mass hyaluronic acid. This is a very new subject matter. So just a little over a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck with the research. We're so proud that this serious research that might actually help us is happening right at UNLV. So thank you so much for coming with us, and we'll be sure to get an update with you as things progress.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Kevin. Elena, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you, Zach. Once being diagnosed with cancer, it's hard for families and friends to see the finish line. However, reporter Nicole Reynolds got to experience an event this past weekend, giving fighters, survivors, and supporters a chance to remember those they lost and celebrate those who overcame.
Cancer never sleeps, so neither should we. That's the motto for the event Relay for Life, which took place this past Friday at UNLV.
So the event is a 12-hour overnight event. It's the signature fundraiser for the American Cancer Society. They have on-site fundraisers, and we have a bunch of bands and games, and it's kind of just like a celebration and a remembrance for cancer survivors and those that have been killed by cancer.
The event kicks off with a survivor's walk, showcasing those who have overcome cancer. Yvonne Plain, a cancer survivor of 16 years, found out about her condition in stage 1 and considers herself lucky. She attends the event and plans to keep attending as long as it still reminds her of her triumph.
I come out here and then I realize after I've been here how fortunate I am, because we have a tendency to forget. You go 5 years and you feel wonderful, and then after 10 years it's kind of like, wow, and your oncologist tells you, oh, I don't need to see you probably maybe again, but he lets me come back and see him because he knows that I just feel secure with having that yearly checkup.
However, the event isn't a total celebration. It is part remembrance. Those who lost the fight are remembered by the Luminaria bags lining the track.
They're there to represent those that weren't here to finish the fight, and people who are connected to someone who passed away or someone they knew about that had cancer. They write their names on them, and then that's how we remember them, and so we light them up during our event.
Despite how solemn the event can get, it's about giving hope and showing that not even cancer should keep you from finishing the race of life. For Studio G, I'm Nicole Reynolds.
All donations raised go to the American Cancer Society's research and their programs and services. This year's relay had an estimate of 900 participants.
And it looked like they had great weather there. What is our weather looking like? Today is pretty windy. What is things looking like for the rest of the week?
Well, it's going to be windy today, and it's going to calm down, but the rest of our week on Friday, we're going to start picking up those winds. And so, I mean, by the weekend, hopefully we should get those calm conditions down. That way we don't have to deal with all that wind today.
Yeah, she was having some hair issues coming in the studio
today.
I know,
horrible.
I know, I have hairspray if you want it.
I'll be using it later.
See, we share in Studio G.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
All right, so right now we're at 83 degrees, and we do have winds at 29 miles per hour. But so for some current wind speeds, we have Mercury at 36, Nellis at 31, and there is a wind advisory in effect until 9 p.m. tonight, as well as a red flag warning, so for fire danger out there. And so right here you can see that we do have clouds covering our area, which is actually giving us those warmer temperatures. But as this cold front moves in, it will leave us with cooler temperatures for the rest of the week. For some regional temperatures right now, we have the Strip at 82, downtown 84, Summerlin at 80, and Green Valley at 83 degrees. So your breakdown for today, 3 p.m., 84 will drop down, as well as the winds will drop down, and at 9 p.m. we should be at 75 degrees. So because of the winds, we do have the allergy alert on high, but it'll dip down, and on Friday it'll pick back up. As well as the UV index, it is very high today, so light complexion, wear sunscreen for that. And the rest of your week should look like this. On Wednesday, it will be 75 degrees, windy. Come Friday, will be cloudy and windy, but hopefully up until next week, we'll be in the 90s and breezy. That's all the weather I have for you today. Stay tuned. Studio G will be right back.
Our third pod is Kat Gonzalez. We mainly talk about pop culture and whatever movie or TV show that we're interested in right now.
Pretty much everything about media, current events, current everything regarding pop culture and stuff.
I want them to laugh at us because we're so awkward. This is a really casual show. I'm Chelsea.
I'm Toby.
And we're 3 Ps in a pod. Come listen to us at therebelhd2.com.
I want this place to be a place that they feel safe, it's secure, a place where they get inspired. So many times we kind of get complacent in our everyday life, transforming lives in the community from the inside out. I've been in fitness my whole life, but now tying that in now in my spiritual walk, it's been just amazing. Some people may want to run a marathon. Some may want to just get off their asthma inhaler. Exercising and moving our bodies, I think it's, you know, we say if you don't use it, you lose it.
Welcome back from the break. Meb Keflezighi did something no American man has done since 1983. He won the Boston Marathon.
Every day since last year, I've been visualizing for this moment for me personally. You know, when the Red Sox won and put it on the finish line, I want to do that for the runners.
Keflezighi wrote the names of the bombing victims on his bib and broke down into tears when he crossed the finish line at 2 hours, 8 minutes, and 37 seconds.
And congratulations to him. Well, you may or may not know it, but today is Earth Day. April 22nd was chosen as a date for Earth Day because it was thought to fit best between college's spring break and final exams. This Earth Day, a host of organizations and companies are urging you to go green. Here at UNLV, a lecture will be taking place at 7:30 p.m. in the Marjorie Barrick Museum, explaining the concept of ecosexuality and what it means for the Earth. That's pretty interesting. I think I might need to go because I don't know what ecosexuality is.
Exactly. I saw it on the calendar. I was like, I don't know what Earth Day is, but it's never too late to learn something new, right?
Absolutely. And we've come so far, like as a society, going green and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We go green in Studio G. This paper you see here, we're going to recycle it.
Exactly. Double spaced.
All right. Well, still to come, we're going to have hospitality.
Hospitality majors did to show their support towards a great organization.
Volunteers of Girl Scouts of Southern Nevada.
Your community's farmers market. Welcoming, lively, friendly. A place where neighbors and friends come together to celebrate their community. With over 50 vendors, organic, sustainable, fresh produce are available just for you. Support and buy local at Fresh 52.
Patients are used to seeing doctors with white coats and prescribing medicine, but reporter Trinae Williams discovered an emerging style of medicine helping patients heal in a different way.
We all know music is good for the soul, but what makes it therapeutic?
Music has a powerful influence on our physiology, our emotions, our behavior, because it operates from our central nervous system.
Music therapist Judith Pinkerton sees the influence of music and therapy in many individuals every day. Music for Life offers a different and more engaging type of healing for patients.
Music goes in the back door and opens it up, and before they know it, they're spilling some really deep stuff that they may have never told somebody before.
Having a well-balanced lifestyle has a lot to do with adding variety in your music diet.
What you start with is paying attention to what you choose to listen to, because that is telling what your health story is. So you really have to think about your music and go, so what is it doing for me right now? What kind of state is it putting me into?
New studies show that music therapy can help cancer patients by relieving stress and anxiety.
Hospital music therapists are fabulous because they go into a patient's room and they do an immediate assessment on you and apply exactly what's needed right there in the moment, and then they're out and on to the next patient.
Some people may think only certain types of genres help with the healing process, but Pinkerton says that's not the case.
All genres have potential healing benefit, even rap.
Pinkerton's participant from the community drum circle says the experience has been one in a lifetime.
If I turn on rock and roll, I will come down, my blood pressure will come down, I can feel it.
Music therapy is emerging worldwide, and therapists are seeing positive results from patients.
When you really start tapping into how you can harness the power of music, to improve your mind or your mood or your physiology or behavior, it's amazing how music can support you with anything.
From Studio G, I'm Trinae Williams.
Music can definitely be a stress reliever, especially for college students. Well, it was a time for celebration of the Hawaiian culture, where Studio G reporter Alvin Loy got to experience a little bit of that island flavor.
So it's like connecting, and you can feel from the dancers, the spirit, the people in the booth, the islanders, and all the people around. Most of them are happy, and I think that's the love. This is the 13th annual, so I think maybe I skipped one. Yeah, so I've been around for like the 13th since he started.
Perez has been the master of ceremony for the festival, but he didn't start out sociable.
I was really shy growing up in Hawaii. I was a very shy person. And then I started singing karaoke, and then ever since then, people, like the little things like, man, you're good at it, you're good at it, you're good at it, you're good at it. And all of a sudden, it's like now I'm doing it in front of thousands of people. So I guess I'm good at it.
Perez goes through a process to get ready.
Knowing the bands, walking around, meeting the people, and getting ammunition so when I'm on stage, it's just in my back pocket and I'll just bring it out.
Another performer describes her experience on stage.
It's awesome. It's always awesome when your audience participates with you. It gives you a sense of belonging, and it gives you a sense of a warm, welcoming feeling to what you're trying to promote.
One audience member described why she enjoyed doing hula dancing.
Because I think the lifestyle of Hawaii and just the hula dance is a joyful experience for anybody.
There are many types of entertainment at this festival, ranging from traditional to modern. For Studio G, this is Alvin Loy.
Thanks, Alvin. One event on campus is making a roar, and reporter Ron Paul Gavino visited the event, helping a charity support children in Africa.
Live music entertainment, a bar with a house special cocktail, fresh food being served table to table, a silent auction with celebrity signed items, and of course all the proceeds going to charity. But what could be the most surprising part of this event?
This is all put on by UNLV students. Let's give them a round of applause.
Welcome to the Jungle was a charity event planned and set up by hospitality majors. The students even worked as receptionists, bartenders, and servers.
I am part of TCA 490, which is a capstone class. It pretty much accumulates everything we've learned over the past 4 years coming up to graduation.
The students took care of every aspect of the event, including the most important, choosing Dazzle Africa as the charity they wanted to sponsor.
Everyone was really passionate about this particular charity because they came in and we could see that they were really passionate about what they did as well. So that's what motivated us and drove us to want to pick them and put on this event for them.
Dazzle Africa is a charity organization that works towards nature conservation in Africa. They also sponsor African students and cover the costs of college for them. For the charity, the night was a success.
It was one spark of inspiration that started this, and because of that, I look around and there's hundreds of people here that are out to support, UNLV and Dazzle Africa, and it's motivational and inspirational, and it just has a lot of faith in humanity for, doing good.
The silent auction featured many items, all of which were donated.
We got a last-minute donation from the Country Music Awards. We got a guitar donated with, 7 or 8 huge celebrity signatures on it, so that should be a really good seller too.
Headlining the event was Alizma, triplet violinist from Poland, who have been featured around the world on various TV shows and America's Got Talent. The event took place right here on campus at the Richard Tam Alumni Center, a building that you might have noticed because of this giant hay reb. And while it may seem very calm on the outside, on the inside, it's quite the jungle. Reporting for Studio G, I'm Ron Paul Gavino.
Thanks, Ron Paul. If you want to find out more about Dazzle Africa, be sure to visit the charity's website at dazzleafrica.org.
That looked like a wonderful event.
It really did.
I really enjoyed the music for sure.
Absolutely. Good guitar in there and everything. And it's interesting to see how other parts of campus just learn more about their craft that they're here learning about. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm really enjoying the violinist. Was beautiful sound came out of her instrument. That's
absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Alrighty. Well, we are going to head to break, I believe.
Yes, we're going to head to break. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hi, and I'm Jay Luna. And we're Ill Vibe Fear. It's an underground hip-hop show here at UNLV, where we focus on making the hip-hop culture in the Las Vegas Valley more prevalent and just making people more aware of up-and-coming underground hip-hop artists.
Basically, we play what we like. It's really as simple as that. Most of the stuff we like are our hits, so both.
On KUNV HD2, Las Vegas.
NSPCA, where no animal has an expiration date.
Have any plans to visit an amusement park this summer? Before you make any plans, check this out.
The group American Coaster Enthusiasts came out with a list of the 10 top new roller coasters. Here's a few of them. This is Goliath in Gurnee, Illinois. It breaks the record for the fastest wooden coaster, along with the steepest, longest drop. The next one right here at home, the El Loco, I think we have the shot of it there. Yeah, there it is. The all-new Thriller opened in February at Adventure Dome. The Banshee at Kings Island in Ohio just opened last week. It's said to be the world's longest inverted coaster in the world. Look at that. Some of its features include a curved drop, a dive loop, and a zero-gravity roll.
Sounds really interesting. Other coasters on the list include the Thunderbolt at Luna Park in Brooklyn's Coney Island and the Fire Chaser Express at Dollywood in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Interesting there. And I heard Dollywood is Dolly Parton's theme park, and she doesn't go on the roller coasters.
Really?
Yes.
Well, I would join her on that because I am terrified of roller coasters.
I have to be in the mood. I haven't been in a loco yet, though. That's like right in our backyard.
Right.
I
always
think we need to be brave.
Whiplash,
yeah.
But, you know.
Yeah, well, you know.
Life's too short. Maybe I should face my fear.
Exactly.
We should go together.
We should go together. We'll do a story on it.
Exactly.
The two Studio
we should
G
always
anchors
do a
trying to do a roller coaster.
Yeah,
now.
we'll both come back with Whiplash together.
Yes, exactly. We'll be really stiff in the next cast. But still stay tuned for that. Tomorrow we'll be back. That's all the news we have for you today, though. I'm Zach Fuentes.
And I'm Elena Ledbetter. We'll see you tomorrow for another edition of Studio G.